Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and sorry about the kind of delay there. Forgot I had the camera still on charge, I had to get it set up. Just being honest. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the markets today and looking at the bad news that's all around just now. Where is the good news coming from? What's going to happen with kind of Bitcoin and everything else that's going on in the markets? Okay, so I'm just going to see if we're live just to make sure and that the sound is okay. We are live. We are live. We've got a few people in, that's good. Okay, I want to start by saying I know kind of everybody's down about what's happening just now, and we think Bitcoin could go even lower than it's gone just now. I'm hoping that 4,200 is the bottom, but I've got a sneaky kind of feeling that it could go lower than 4,200. But I want you to think of it this way. The feelings we have just now about the Bitcoin price and the kind of markets in general with the altcoins and everything else, the way we're feeling just now is obviously going to affect the decisions we make tomorrow about whether we buy or not, or hodl, or whatever we're going to do with it. But I want you to think about this and get into the feeling of this time next year, or this time in 2 years' time, when Bitcoin is going to be at least $50,000. So it can't not happen. It is going to be $50,000 at least at some stage. So I want you to think about that feeling and have that feeling and keep that feeling with you, because it's the feelings that are going to affect our decisions we make when we're trading, when we're kind of hodling, when we're buying into Bitcoin more or the markets more. So keep the feeling that in the future that we're going to see a 50,000k or a 50,000k, a $50,000 Bitcoin. At least a $50,000 Bitcoin. So if you keep that feeling, then it's not going to feel as bad as it does just now in the markets. Me, honestly, if it goes down, I keep thinking this, so this is my kind of thinking, this is the way I think. Ask two questions. Okay, what is the worst that can happen with the Bitcoin price? And it's all related to Bitcoin, that's why I keep saying the Bitcoin. Obviously the altcoins are affected by Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king, it still is going to be, and it's going to be in 2 years' time, 3 years' time. What is the worst that can happen? Okay, so if we look at the pessimist, who's the most pessimistic person with regards to the Bitcoin price? And he does TA and everything. It's probably Tone Vase and his cohort, kind of Tyler as well. Tone Vase thinks the worst that we're going to see is about $3,000. That's what it's saying just now. I kind of watched a video the other day saying about $3,000. But his kind of cohort and the kind of show that he does as well, Tyler thinks it could be $1,000. So if we ask the question, okay, what's the worst that could happen? If it's $1,000, where would you be if kind of Bitcoin was at $1,000? Obviously your portfolio is way down, it's kind of way down there, but it's not going to stay at $1,000. It's going to go down. If it goes down, I'm not saying it is going to go down. If it goes down to $1,000, it's not going to stay there for long, because that's when people are going to come in and just start buying Bitcoin back up, because it is such a low price. So it's not going to stay there. And if that's the worst that can happen, that it gets down to $1,000 and stays there for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, then that's not an extremely bad situation to be in. We'll still have skin in the game, we'll still be in the markets, we'll still have our Bitcoin, we'll still have our altcoins. It might be way down on what it was, but we know, and every single person, even the most pessimistic YouTubers, even the likes of Tone Vase, thinks is going to go back up again, or they all think they know it's going to go back up again after it hits its bottom. We don't know where the bottom is going to be. So if every single person, and I mean every single person in crypto, believes that crypto is going to go back up, then what's the point of worrying? I've said this before, but the worst case scenario, $1,000, and then it goes back up. If that's the worst, that's not that bad. But you then have to ask yourself the scenario, what's the best that could happen? So don't just think about the worst that could happen, because that'll just bring you down and you'd be depressed. It'll be a nightmare. But then ask yourself the question, okay, what's the best that can happen? The best that can happen, that it starts to go back up from 4,200 or 3,000 or 1,000, and it'll just start to go back up, and it'll surpass the $20,000 level that it got in January 2018, or this year. And then think about that, and then think about the feelings you have when you think, okay, if it goes up to $20,000, where will my portfolio be? That's the way to think about this, and that's why I've kind of let go of the price just now, of what's happening in the markets just now. Yeah, my portfolio is way down, and I've got a lot kind of in the markets just now, but I know it's going to go back up. And if you think about it that way, then it doesn't feel quite as bad. And that's when you just have to let go of your emotions. And if you can trade, that'd be fantastic. In the premium group, I'm not kind of putting out any calls for trades. I just think it's too risky just now, but there are definitely trading opportunities there to get 5%, 10%, 20% even. There's still loads of trading opportunities to get more Bitcoin. But it's risky. It's much riskier than it was a couple of weeks ago. Much riskier. Okay, with that, I'm going to jump over to the chat area just now. And we'll just turn that one off. So who do we have in? We've got Andreas is in the house, Liam Hunt, Chris Noble, Marcus Jafari, Ad Verhagen, Hugh Mungus. I love that. Mark Innes, Vikramjit Huda is in. Justin Churchill, Mark Innes, Adi van der List. Honest Crypto Journey, High Plains Drifter, Tony P, Cole Phillips, Mitch Dieter, Kukla, RC, Imran Chowdhury, Benjamin K, Peter Harding, Mervyn Skidmore, Tim Gash is in, High Plains Drifter, Mac Pollen, Imran Chowdhury said, Mervyn Skidmore, and Martin McGurty is in the house just now. Welcome to you, everybody. I really appreciate your time every single morning. And I have to start by saying, crush the likes. Crush the likes, go down to the like button just now and hit those likes. It's definitely helping. The channel is growing. I think we've got about 3,230 or something, which is good. And it's all because of you. So go down to the like button and hit that like button just now. And also, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I tell you today about any kind of project or anything is probably biased. I've probably got it, so it's in my best interest to see it go up. But anything else I tell you is not financial advice. So just be wary of that. And same with any YouTuber. Don't kind of go on what any YouTuber says, and the same goes with me as well. This is do your own research kind of stuff. I'm just signposting you to kind of certain things. Tony P, morning all, first live stream in a while. Excellent, good to see you, mate. I'll just read out some of the comments. Good morning, Steve from San Francisco. Well, it's white knuckle ride now. Who dares wins? You've got to be in it to win it. You have got to be in it to win it, without a doubt. Tim Gash, morning Steve, just sold off my 30. Wow. You sold off your 30. And just thinking about you sold off your 30. What? Is it Bitcoin? Just pumping now, 4680. Yeah, we're going to be looking at the markets just now. BTC, not 30, was a typo. Yeah, I was going to say, I bought start of 2017, so I'm going to keep those profits and look to buy back later. Excellent. Ben, I used to live in Hewan, love it. Mac Pond, too many bad news. Good news, BTC down, so more bad news. Please bubble prick out for BTC, and it's stronger and stronger. Worst case is the market takes 4 years to recover, and I don't mind low prices. Good to buy bargains. Yeah, it's just dollar cost averaging in. If that's the worst case scenario, and it does stay in a bear market, I don't think it is. For 1, 2, 3, 4 years, however long it is, dollar cost averaging, $100 a month put into Bitcoin, and that's all you do, or whatever you can afford, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, whatever. It will go back up, no doubt, even at those prices. Great value, great value. Imagine people who bought in early January. Oh, it'd be a nightmare if you bought in early January. It'd be an absolute nightmare. If BTC were to go to 1K, I would honestly be ecstatic to get it that cheap. And that's how a lot of people are going to be thinking. If it did go down to worst case, if that's the worst case scenario, then you go, that's not that bad. And David Rorick, morning from North Carolina. I'm normally sleeping during the live show and always watch it later. Good to have you on live, David. It's good to see you here, buddy. Okay, I'm going to look at, this is the XRP price we're looking at just now, but we'll look at the BTC price and look at the USD value and the USDT value, sorry. 4,680, that's on a weekly chart. We'll look on a 4-hourly chart, it'll look a lot better. So we went down to 4,332. This is USDT value, remember, not USD. And we're up to 4,680 just now. And we did get up yesterday to a high of 4,000. We nearly touched 5,000 yesterday, didn't quite get it. But these are the support lines we've got in here. So you can see a resistance line Previously a support line, but it's now become a resistance line. That was at that 4,900. And this is another support line round about the 4,600 area. And if we go to the weekly, or the daily one, we'll see the next support line is around about 3,600. So we want to stay around about these levels at the moment. That's on the daily chart. So it's at 4,600. We need to hold that. We said we needed to hold 5,000, but we didn't hold that. So we need to hold 4,600, else we're going lower. But as I said, if we go lower, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So that's with Bitcoin just now. That's where we are at the moment. And as I said yesterday, I kind of showed you the Fibonacci retracements as well. If we looked at that, 4,200 would be the level at 78% retracement. And it kind of bounced from there straight away in USD value. And we'll just look at USD value. This is from Coinbase. So Coinbase has it at 4,523. And it did go down to about 4,032 or 36 it went down to. So it kind of bounced off that kind of figure we were talking about. So 4,300. So we need to wait and see. Is the Bitcoin cash wars kind of affecting this? I don't think it's because of this that Bitcoin is dropping, but it definitely is affecting it. If you're getting the miners who are pulling out, I was speaking to Tim this morning, who is a miner as well. He's got a relatively big kind of mining farm. Not relatively big, but bigger than us kind of normal people would have. We might have 1 or 2 mining rigs, but he's got a lot of mining rigs. So I was talking to him, and he's going to kind of pull the plug on it just now for the moment, because it's going to cost him more in electricity than it is to actually get it, kind of buy the Bitcoin. It's cheaper buying the Bitcoin itself. So he's turning it off just now, and a lot of people are going to be, a lot of the miners are extremely important in this. We have to remember that as well, that the miners are extremely important. If they pull all the hash power away, which is what they're doing just now, and going to kind of Bitcoin Cash, to do that, well, it's going to be tough for Bitcoin, and a lot of people are selling off Bitcoin, especially the I'm not going to call him anything, but Craig Wright be selling off Bitcoin to get money for mining Bitcoin Cash. SV and ABC, Roger Ver and Craig Wright are kind of playing out this war. To me, I hope it all Bitcoin Cash just goes away completely. I just hope it all goes to zero. They've just caused a lot of shit storm in the kind of markets just now, and I hope Craig Wright and Roger Ver I hope Bitcoin Cash, SV, ABC and Bitcoin Cash itself just disappears altogether and goes to zero. I wouldn't touch it just now, to be honest, but it's just causing a lot of issues in the markets just now. So they're not doing themselves any favours, and I don't see what they hope to gain from all this kind of back and forth, flooding each other. I just don't understand it. For intelligent people like that, it's just mental to me. But that's not the only reason that Bitcoin is going down. It's not because of the Bitcoin cash wars, but this is certainly a factor in it as well. We have to remember that. So we'll just look at some of the news just now. So the US Justice Department probes Tether for Bitcoin price manipulation. So the Justice Department is going to is citing 3 people familiar with the matter. Bloomberg reports that federal prosecutors, who had already opened a broad investigation into the cryptocurrency market, have narrowed on Tether and Bitfinex, the crypto exchange giant with whom it shares a management team. So this is not good. We'll see what happens. But if the US Department of Justice are getting involved in this, obviously there's something there, and we need to wait and see what happens with this as well. So that's kind of another piece of kind of bad news that's obviously affecting the markets as well. ICE's BAKKT delays Bitcoin futures launch. So Intercontinental Exchange Bitcoin futures trading platform is delaying its formal launch. Announced Tuesday via company blog post, BAKKT's first product, unveiled in August, has now been postponed to January the 24th, 2019. Trading and warehouse operations are both expected to begin on that date. Another piece of bad news. for the markets as a whole. We were looking forward to BAKKT coming out and seeing what happened with that as well. That's a custodial exchange as well that could have been really good for the market, but that's been delayed till January the 24th. So that's not a good thing either. So, and there's no kind of SEC ruling on the kind of ETF as well. That's another kind of piece of news we're waiting on. That's not quite as big as BAKKT, to be honest, in my opinion. But that's not forthcoming either. Obviously, the Swiss company has got an ETP coming out, which is not an ETF, but it's almost like an ETF. They've got that came out as well. So that might help. We don't know. So we need to wait and see what happens there. Okay, so we will look at the markets just now overall. Coin market cap. See where the hell we are at the moment. So we're up to, the market capitalization is up to $150 billion. Now, when I looked at it this morning, it was around about 145 billion. So it's gone up 5 billion over the last hour or so. Well, 2 hours. Since I've been up, what time did I get up? 2.5, 3 hours. So we'll just have a look at the market cap and we'll look at the daily part on that. Then we'll go to look at some of the projects that are in the top 100. So global charts. And remember everybody, just crush those likes just while we're waiting on this chart coming up. Right, one day. Okay, we're up to 156. It kind of got down to around about 140 billion and it's slowly climbing back up. This is intraday kind of chart here just now. And that'll be the same with the altcoins as well, I would imagine. That'll be a similar pattern. So the altcoin market is 73 billion, did get down to as low as 65 billion. It's now up to 69 billion. So it's going up again. Just interested to see the Ripple dominance. Ripple is going up again, 12.16 is the Ripple dominance, which is the highest it's been as well. I'm just looking at that. Ethereum has gone way down in the dominance, 9.33 for Ethereum. Bitcoin Cash 2.77, and that's the lowest it's been for a while for Bitcoin Cash. I just hope it disappears altogether. Our Ripple dominance has been higher than that. It's been actually up at 21%. So it's doing well, Ripple. We'll just take a look at Ripple. No, we're not. We'll just take a look at the top coins. I'm jumping back and forth. So that's the markets overall. Who is the kind of winners and losers? So Factom up 33%. ARK is up 31%, Maker 18%, Electronium's doing well at 17%, Bitcoin Cash is going up, Nexo, Nano, Redcoin, Metaverse, ETP, all in double digits just now over the last 24 hours. And this is in USD value as well. And who's the losers? There's not that many losers, obviously, because of the big crash. Everything's starting to come back up again, thankfully. So there's only about 20% in the red just now. We'll go to the next 100 and do the same there. And how many is in the red? Yeah, about 15-20% in the red in the next 100 as well. Ken going down again. Nightmare. Fusion up 30%. Wowbit, haven't heard of them, 24%. Tomochain doing well, 23%. Nexus, Odyssey, Spectre AI, Quark Chain, Exec, RLC, Civic, Smart Cash, Proxima X, all in double digit greens. Bread is up. So there's a lot, as I say, a lot of trading opportunities out there. As you can see, there's some good gains to be made there. Some really good gains. XRP, we'll have a look at XRP just now. XRP BTC. It's still staying up there, 9,777. So it's still doing well. Ripple, which is excellent. I want to take a look at some of the bigger ones. Some of the top projects. Ethereum, down to $139. It was down to $127. That could be a brilliant investment. So some of the top projects have just kind of lost big time, like Neo, like Ethereum, like Litecoin, like Cardano. All of these could be amazing investments. $9.46 for Neo, was down to $8.21. Litecoin USD, we'll look at as well. $33 for Litecoin, and it was down to $30. ADA USD is down to 4.8 cents at the minute. It was down to 4.25 cents. Just think that's a steal at that price as well. And that's XRP we've looked at already. Neo, look at Stellar. And I've got XL in. The USD value, where's the USD? So it's 20 cents at the minute for Stellar. Was as low as 17.6 cents. EOS, take a look at EOS as well. This is a dollar price. $3.92. Crazy. It was up to $22. So there's a lot on there that are really, really good just now. Tron is down to 1.4 cents. That's another good one. Dash down to $109. IOTA 32 cents. Binance Coin for me. Binance Coin for me would be a fantastic buy just now. $6.11 at the minute, and they have been much lower than that. We'll just look at BNB. It was as low as $5.38. $5.38 for Binance. So I think Binance for me would be a definite brilliant buy at these prices. That's a dollar value. Look at the BTC value. Yeah, 13,240. 132,000, sorry, I keep getting that wrong. 132,000. So that would be a fantastic one for me anyway. So it could double up just to get to its high there, its all-time high. But dollar value looks fantastic. Okay, we'll just go back to chat area just now. Benjamin K, thank you very much for the donation, mate. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate that, Benjamin. Let's go to some of the comments. Tim Gash, I'm not going to say how big my stack is in public. Let's just say it was 1 to 99 BTC. Wow, that's crazy. Would love BTC to hit 1,000. Would certainly make millionaires for those believers. Yeah, definitely. Binance invests $3 million in US crypto trading desks. Yeah, I've seen that this morning as well. Swift India partners with fintech firm for blockchain pilot. Excellent. Thanks for the news, Imran. Nick747. No pain, no gain. Been an expensive lesson, but we've all learned a lot in the last 12 months thanks to a mentor, Steve Wonder. Soon it will be a time to make it all back and then some. Yes, definitely. That's, I truly believe, honestly, 100% believe that that's going to happen. Benjamin K, thanks again, mate. Really appreciate the donation. The Australian dollars, $7.50. Thank you very much. Melbourne Skidmore, BTC is more oversold than ever at the moment. We're going to be starting the next bull run from the best possible position. Personally, I think BTC will be at an all-time high before March 19. Big boy pants required. Yes. Definitely. I don't think there's going to be a 1 to 2 year bear market. I don't think that's going to happen. I think next year has to be the year for Bitcoin. I don't think this bear run is going to stay much longer. To be honest, and I still see $10,000 by the end of the year. I know. Benjamin K, coffee's on me. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate it. 3,800 is what I'm seeing. Possibly lower. Not strong support. There's not strong support. That's the only thing. If it goes down below, well, even the support just now at 4,600 is not that strong. So if it goes below that, it could go even lower. So there's no support. There really is no support at the moment. And that's kind of what concerns me. But again, at the same time, it doesn't, if that makes sense. Market has just popped a bit back up to 150 billion from 144 billion. Yeah, that's what I've seen this morning, Imran. Gene held LTC from January 2018 till yesterday, sold it all at loss after news on BTC going to 1,800 to 3,600. So even Charlie Lee said we should own Bitcoin first. So with remaining money, that's what I'm buying just now. I think that's a smart move. I don't know if it's a smart move selling all your kind of Litecoin, but obviously you've done it now. But I think it's a smart move buying into Bitcoin. I think that's what we all should be doing, is focusing on the Bitcoin and getting as much Bitcoin dollar cost averaging. Just keep on dollar cost averaging in if you've got the money. Normally what I've done in the past is sold out of some altcoins I've made a profit on and just kept in Bitcoin. But obviously that's not possible just now with the portfolios being so low. But buying into Bitcoin when you can is a smart move, I think. Ouch, Gene, I would have just held until the market bounces. Yeah, I would have done that as well, but I can understand where you're coming from, Gene. It could go even lower than this. Craig Wright and Roger Ver should just get the tape measure out and settle this once and for all. Yeah, they should. I know exactly what you mean, Mervyn. Okay, what's the other news I was going to kind of show you? This is from Ethereum World News. This is something I want to look at. It's a bit of good news. Binance CEO Fidelity's foray indicates the crypto market will boom. This is from November 18th. I know we're kind of going back a couple of days. But this is Changpeng Zhao from Binance. I just think Binance are just an amazing company, and I think they've got a brilliant leader in Changpeng Zhao as well. And he's kind of talking about Fidelity getting into the market and how that's going to change things. So what he said is, considering this fact alone, CZ explained the fact that Fidelity is moving into the space by launching digital asset trading services last month suggests that the crypto market will grow a lot more. Obviously, this is a kind of an older interview, but it still stands. It still really stands. So to me, I just think there's going to be good news coming. I think it's going to come unexpectedly, and that's why I think we're still going to see $10,000 by the end of the year for the Bitcoin price. I think it is really going to come unexpectedly. We've seen that jump yesterday. If we look at that yesterday and look at BTC and the USD price, and we'll go on the hourly chart. So we did get down to 4,330. This is USDT. Oh no, it's lower than that. It was 4,400. This was yesterday, and it jumped all the way up to 4,000, nearly 5,000. So it jumped up $600. Obviously, it came back down again. It's coming back up again. So it just shows you how quick we can rise. It shows you how quick the Bitcoin price can rise, jumping $600 within a matter of hours over there. And obviously, there's big players in the market, not necessarily manipulating it. They're just trading it. That's exactly what they're doing. So there's big players in the market doing that. And why not? If you had a couple of $1 million, would you kind of buy at that price, start buying, manipulate it and keep it going up and then sell it when it gets to 5,000? We'd do exactly the same if we're being really honest. So that's what's kind of going on just now. So we can see how quick it rises. And I think there's going to be a quick rise to $10,000 when it comes before the end of the year. I don't know how it's going to come, what news is going to help that do that as well, but we'll see it. We'll kind of soon find out. Blockstream CEO issues Bitcoin prediction, 500k BTC possible after gold flippening. And this is from today as well. This is Ethereum World News. 250k to 500k per Bitcoin is plausible. So on Tuesday morning, as Bitcoin established a fresh year-to-date low under 4,400 amid a market-wide bout of possible capitulation, Bobby Lee, the co-founder of BTCC and the brother of Litecoin's Charlie Lee, took to Twitter to drop a few knowledge bombs, as it were. So in this bear market, so this is Bobby Lee, in this bear market for Bitcoin, it's worth reminding everyone that BTC is still only 1/100th of the value of gold, 80 billion versus $8 trillion. Gold is worth 100 times more than Bitcoin today. What will be the ratio in 10 to 20 years time? Will it flip with Bitcoin worth more? So he's talking about the flipping of the kind of gold price to Bitcoin as well. So again, this is about your kind of mental attitude and thinking about where Bitcoin is headed in the future. And that's what to think about today. Instead of thinking about today's prices, think about tomorrow's possible prices, obviously. Possible prices. So he's thinking 500k is possible as well. This is this FUD kind of Craig Wright as well. And I'm going to call him a FUD because he is. He's just a FUD. I love that word, FUD, to describe someone who's just stupid. I don't like using that word, stupid, but he's just, I don't like him. XRP is illegal and Ethereum is useless, Craig Wright says. And this is from yesterday from, again, Ethereum World News. So, Dr. Craig S. Wright, any use case for Ethereum no longer exists following the confirmation by SEC news on ICOs. All as I have been trying to say for years, next target XRP, another illegal, unregistered security platform to take down. I don't understand his game. I really don't understand his game. He's just a FUD to me, and I don't know. He's gone on to say, for XRP not to be a security, it will need to be a real utility offer. If something is exchanged with expectations of profit, it is not a utility token. XRP is a tradable good that is sold under the expectation of profit. That in itself makes it security. Obviously, there's some kind of truth in what he's saying with some things. I don't know. I don't like him. Decided it's probably going to be not very well received either, but I just don't like him. Okay, we'll go to some other news. Why are XRP and XLM outperforming the rest of the market? So, two interesting developments have slipped past the sector this week. Although crypto bathed in a sea of red, the remittance and settlement tokens XRP and Stellar Lumens are doing well, relatively speaking, and as discussed in a moment, circulating supply may have a lot to do with their strength against a weakening Bitcoin. So obviously they're talking about the Bitcoin Cash kind of fork wipeout as well. They both made strong recoveries, XRP and Stellar Lumens. We've seen that over the last week or so. So unlike XRP and XLM, none of these other coins saw much, if any, of the value recover over the weekend. For a brief spell earlier this morning, Stellar Lumens also became the fourth largest cryptocurrency, overtaking Bitcoin Cash, and I think it's going to do that again. So what's behind the XRP? This is kind of what the article, and I'll post the article links for you as well. So this is the XRP and Stellar Lumens circulating supply theory. This may not be the only reason, however, the portion of XRP and Stellar Lumens in circulation is far lower than with other token classes. Ripple Labs owns more than half of XRP supply, although part of Stellar's custodial mandate is to distribute the vast majority, 95% of XLM tokens. The company still controls more than 80% of the supply. So this is something that not a lot of people have been speaking about, that the company Ripple or Ripple Labs owns 50% of the circulating supply of Ripple, and same with XLM as well. 80% is owned by the company itself, which obviously decreases the circulating supply. So this is kind of one theory about why it's kind of doing so well, or why they're doing so well. This was the news that kind of we kind of looked at earlier on, or kind of said earlier on. Binance invests $3 million in US crypto trading desk. So big news from Binance this week as the venture wing announced a significant investment in US over-the-counter crypto trading desk Koi Trading. So this is to do with obviously Changpeng Zhao. We just spoke about him earlier on. Binance Labs revealed that it made a $3 million investment into Koi Trading, a small sum for the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, but a notable one nonetheless. So Koi Trading is an OTC trading operation headquartered in San Francisco, CA, and they aim to be a compliant global option for private cryptocurrency liquidity. And Koi also offers assistance with data science, quantitative research and compliance consulting work as well. So commenting on the firm's decision to invest in Koi, head of Binance Labs, Ella Zhang said, Koi's trading mission is to bridge fiat and cryptocurrencies in a compliant manner. This aligns with a broader vision at Binance to build the infrastructure which provides the freedom of value exchange globally. So again, Binance is doing a lot of good things. Obviously, they've got the charity wing as well. They've got what they're doing in Malta as well with the bank. So they've got a lot of things going on, and I think Binance is a brilliant project to invest in just now. It's not trading advice. I'm not giving you kind of advice there. I'm just kind of giving you my opinion. Crypto exchanges begin to disregard Bitcoin Cash SV after block reorganization. So Bitcoin Cash SV, the hard fork chain of Bitcoin Cash, created by a camp composed of CoinGeek, Calvin A and Craig Wright, suffered a block reorganization. However, as reported by Bitcoin Unlimited chief scientist Peter Rizun, CoinGeek allegedly reorganized its own blocks. So Emin Gunsura, I think, I don't know how to pronounce his second name, a professor at prestigious Cornell University, can follow him on Twitter, he's got a lot of good stuff to say, stated that in a decentralized blockchain protocol, a self-blockchain reorganization should not be possible. And this is from Emin here. So, risk of delisting as a consequence of the controversial decision to reorganize two blocks without solid reasoning to justify the action, Bitcoin Cash SV now faces delisting on several exchanges that fear network instability. So the Kraken team stated prior to the SV block reorganization that investors should be concerned about various red flags surrounding SV. So this could be the start of the downfall for it. Again, I'll post this link for you as well. Right, we know about XRP rising. I'm not going to kind of read that out. XRP is the best performing cryptos of 2018. So this is just reiterating what we've been saying as well. Okay, we'll just go back to chat. See what's going on. BAKKT was a big unexpected, but now it's delayed. Yeah, it was kind of unexpected. David Rorig, everyone that's still here in the space should be proud, but get your big boy pants on. It's going to be a long ride. Keep your faith in what you have invested in. That's it. It's about keeping the faith in what you're doing and thinking further ahead, thinking 1 year's time, 2 years' time, 3 years' time, where the Bitcoin price is going to be. Paul North, Ripple way underpriced. I think it's underpriced as well. Dr. Craig pegged by the banks. I think he's got his own agenda, to be honest. I just think he's off his head. Aloysius de Klerk, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. James Oklahoma, one of our brilliant admins, is in the house. Welcome to you, James. Good to see you here, buddy. Hyphen Lee, yo, yo, yo. Melvin Skidmore, Aloysius de Klerk, any time is a good time to buy if you're looking to hold 12 million plus. Haha, Craig wrong. Altcoin holder, if ETH is useless, what does that say for all ERC20 tokens? Ridiculous statement. That's what I mean. He's just on a big, huge ego trip. This Craig Wright, and thinks he's got this kind of God complex somehow, and I don't know where that's come from. 2019, Gareth Passage says, will be an interesting year. Yes, it will be. Definitely an interesting year. Buying time for me, stacking bags of ETN, Gavin Mearns. Yeah, ETN's looking good. At the moment, it's looking better and better all the time, I have to admit. Hyphen Lee, BAKKT was used to kill shorts to drop the market. And Gareth Passage, AGI looking good. So we'll do that. We'll jump over to some of the tokens that are looking good at the moment. Well, this is on Binance. So ARK have gone up big time, crossed over. I'm going to do the 100. It crossed over here at 859 Satoshi. It's now at 992. It did go up to 1091, so it could have been a good jump over. If we go up to the 25-day crossover, actually, because this is short-term trading. So what I do usually, I'm just going to kind of share this with you. What I do usually, if we're kind of short-term trading, it's a riskier market. I wouldn't look at the 100-day EMA. I would look at the kind of 25 EMA and look for shorter-term trading opportunities there. So we're looking for the 7 EMA to cross over the 25 EMA. It kind of crossed over here at 799, and it's kind of gone up about 20-30% from there. So if that, I don't know how you're trading. Obviously you might have different kind of scenario. I just keep it simple, keep it really simple. If I'm looking for longer term kind of opportunities and it's in a stable market, then I'll go for the 70 EMA over the 100 EMA, and that's when I'm kind of making the calls as well. So Son M, I've just crossed over, but on a big candle. I wouldn't necessarily trust the big green candle there, but it has crossed over. So there's going to be loads of opportunities to get in if kind of Bitcoin stabilises and go up. Vibrate looks good from here, it's already up 7%. QSP look good, already up 9%. CDT, Lisk, Waves. So most projects are going to be looking good at the moment. QSP just jumped again. So there's not a lot that are down just now. So just go to the low Satoshi value coins. Hot BTC 14, Satoshi, Pundi X 19. It's kind of gone up slightly from 17. Dent is up to 28. Encash up to 53, just crossing over just now as well. Encash, that looks a good one as well, especially since it hit its low. It's hit an all-time low. It doesn't mean to say it can't go lower, but it's hit an all-time low, and this is on the daily chart. It's starting to climb back up on the 4-hourly chart, climbing up on the hourly chart, just crossed over. So that could be a good one as well. See a coin, just crossing over. A lot of them are just going to be crossing over on the hourly chart. Key as well at only 81, haven't been down to 75. That'll be its lowest as well. Yep, near an all-time low of 67. So there's going to be bargains galore out here, and there's going to be brilliant trading opportunities as well. Okay, just go back to chat, then we'll kind of finish up. Crypto bear market gives the UK regulators breathing space to finalise crypto regulation. I think a lot of the regulators will be busy working on finalising laws. Yeah, that's with it in the news this morning. I didn't report on that because it's kind of UK news. But yeah, that's another thing. I'm going to be looking at the UK regulators. Honest Crypto Journey, only thing that concerns me about investing in XRP is that Ripple, the company, continue to keep distancing themselves from their own coin. Never quite understood that ethos. Yeah, it's a strange thing. I think they're just looking to become two separate entities, but obviously still Ripple, the company, own are to do with XRP, but they've been doing that for months, to be honest. But if XRP is actually going to be getting used by the banks, then that's what we kind of need to focus on. And they've got over 100 banks in there, and they've got XRapid coming out as well. So I think the XRP, the utility of the token, still needs to be used. So that's what's going to drive the price up for XRP. But I know what you mean about Ripple, the company, and that kind of concerned me months ago as well when they kept on saying that. Steve, I really like your stream. I don't know so much about cryptos, but it's all so well done. Oh, thanks, mate. I really appreciate that. And that's from Mac Pollen. Christopher Bouvier, hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you, buddy. Good to see you here. Christopher A, yesterday I received an email from TradingView about a 40 to 60% Black Friday sale. Just throwing it out there for those interested. I got that as well. That was good that you mentioned that, Christopher A. So if you sign up for TradingView just now, you might get that email out for Black Friday as well. And there's going to be a lot of bargains on Black Friday, not just in the crypto market. Christopher Bouvier, I am French. Excellent, good to see you here. Electroneum got listed on HitBTC, which makes sense with a big percentage rise of 20% today. Ah, right, so that's why Electroneum have risen. CryptoKibo, MLB coin, really not fake. Smartphone mining just launched. We've not got time to look at any new ones. Nora Perez, Craig Wright can just fork off. Yeah, good one. I like that one. VR, good news from TE Food, just announced official partner of New Zealand for food and fruit traceability. Is that news? Because we were partnered up already with somebody. That's I've not looked at that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. But remember, focus on the feeling of where Bitcoin is going to be in 2 years' time, not the feeling of where Bitcoin is just now, and you'll make better decisions, I think, for tomorrow. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.